My name is Peyton Allen Clancy Fairbanks, and today I am interviewing Athena Fox with Nook and Kranny. And we're kind of just going to go over what her profession is, what Nook and Kranny does, and go over to some of those questions that a lot of people are just wondering all the time. So this is Athena Fox. If you would, just give yourself a quick little introduction.
My name's Athena. I am with Nook and Kranny. I'm the marketing representative for Weber and Davis County. Nook and Kranny has been around for many, many years before I've been with them. I've been with them for almost 4 years now, and I love it.
So let me ask you, what is a home inspection? Why would somebody get one?
A home inspection is a doctor's look at a home, which is the biggest purchase of your life. I say a home inspection is a must-have because you wouldn't want to make that purchase blindly, like not knowing. I don't know how many people opt out of it, but there are a few that do, and I don't know how many of those people regret it afterwards, but I feel like it's quite a few.
Yeah, I'm very sure. I always advise every one of my clients to make sure that they go to home inspection because as much as I may know about a house, or even you may know about a house, somebody who does it every single day and has a training on it, it's just going to be better than us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll see things that are typical I don't really see.
Mm-hmm. So hypothetically, somebody has a brand new house that they're purchasing. Nobody's lived in them. Do you think it is advisable for them to have a home inspection on a home like that, and why?
Yes, I believe that regardless if it's a new construction or a home of 800 years, which probably isn't that likely, but new construction homes, they're building these homes quickly and some people aren't paying attention. Mm-hmm. And so we've found homes with missing insulation, unventilated fans, electrical wiring improper. So it's always, like I said, your most and biggest purchase of your life is going to be a house. Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't you want to take the time to have it inspected to make sure it's up to par, like to your standards?
And so looking at the home inspection industry, what I want to ask is, what is the strangest instance that you've ever seen in the industry?
Strangest instance. I don't know if you want this on your camera. It's probably just what people don't put away during knowing that there's going to be a home inspection would be strange things like that you just wouldn't leave out. But as for like finding things in home, it's probably just knowing that they've rushed through things and new construction and haven't properly put the home together.
So hypothetically, I am a seller's agent for a listing that's going up in Smithfield or Logan or Ogden or whatever, and they know that they have a home inspection coming their way. What do you advise them to do to prepare for a home inspection?
So I would advise that beforehand, knowing that the date, they're at least going to get 24 hours notice at minimum, that all pets be removed from the home because animals don't like when strange people come into their territory. So all pets be removed or kenneled with a blanket over top of them so that they're not scared or bothered by the person. Also, put away any belongings or anything that is in the way. Like some people leave dishes out on the counter. Well, then we can't move your personal belongings. So if you have a crawl space with a hatch and you have boxes in there, or if you have an attic hatch and you have boxes in the way, we can't move those belongings. So our inspector can't perform a full home inspection that our clients are requesting because we are not able to move the personal property. So if they can just make sure those things are moved and things are put out of the way.
Mm-hmm. So a buyer's purchasing a home and they just got their home inspection, and you give them a 64 to 150 page report. What are some of the things that you would advise for them to focus on or be aware of, just going over that much information?
I would advise anyone to go over the full report. If you show up through a walkthrough, the inspector is going to go over a summary of the report. So the major things. But there's things in that report that he's not going to have time to go over. You spent the money to purchase a full report. So I would advise that you go through that full report to make sure. We color code things in red, orange, and I think blue. So obviously, if you see things in red, that's something like you should have a contractor out to advise you on. Things that we, as home inspectors, we're the doctor. We're telling you the minor things, and then you advise a specialist to get deep down into those things. So our reports are fully digital, and they include 360 tour, termite, so pest inspection. They'll look for pests. They also do infrared to make sure that there's no moisture penetration. Gosh. Or missing insulation. So yes, always go through the full report, even if you just think that you've gotten every little detail on the summary page.
So, hypothetically,
yes,
Peyton Fairbanks, real estate agent, I have a client and I'm working with them and we go under contract for a house. When should they get a home inspection?
The moment you find out that you have a home under contract, I would go online, call multiple home inspection companies. I'm not saying that we should be your only choice. Like, check into them. Make sure that they have E&O insurance. Make sure that this company is reputable, like that their inspectors are qualified to do home inspections. Look into it, do whatever you have to, and then make your choice. Book the inspection. Give yourself a couple of weeks just in case there's things that you need to write a repair addendum for. I do any testing needed. Our most popular package is meth and radon, because even though it's sad to say, like, meth use is out there, and I wouldn't discount even brand new homes. We've gotten meth tests that have come back high. Radon levels are hit and miss all through the state. Your neighbor's radon could be low and yours could be at a level that needs mitigation. So always do the testing that you wouldn't want to have to fix later on.
Well, so let's ask about that then as well.
Okay.
So you have all of these what are all the options for a home inspection?
So we offer sewer line scope, and we recommend that you do a sewer scope if your home is you can do a sewer scope at any time just to make sure that there's nothing clogging it, tree roots, anything like that. But we always recommend homes that are 20 years or older have a sewer scope done. We do mold testing. It's an air sample test. We do 3 samples, a control sample from outside. We also do 2 samples inside, either upstairs and downstairs, or also opposite ends of the home. But that air sample collects spores for 10 minutes in a canister, and then we take it to the lab, and the lab determines how many and what types of mold spores are in it. So along with the mold, the sewer scope, the meth testing, radon testing, we can do lead-based paint testing.
When would you advise to do lead-based paint testing?
Well, me personally, I think it's a waste of money, because anything that was built before and during the 70s has lead-based paint, and they have to disclose it on the seller's disclosures, and the only fix is to paint over it. So as long as it's not chipping away and a small child or an animal isn't eating it, then it's not going to be harmful. So you can spend the money to find out if you're really concerned about it, and some people are. My personal preference, I try to save people money when they ask about it, and just tell them what I know. And
that's typically what I tell my clients as well, is if you do have lead-based paint, you're going to kind of know that it's lead-based paint, and you're going to also see that it's friable, or if it's fallen off the house, or if there's an opportunity for a child to eat it. And that is the largest concern right there, is a child picking up a piece of lead-based paint or rolling on it or stuff like that.
Consumption.
So just be aware of that, and that is absolutely something. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
So what I understand about the old home inspectors as well was it was typically somebody who's in a trade, a roof builder, a plumber, or something like that, and they went into their older age, older part of their life, and what they would do is they'd go into home inspection because it was a job they were able to do part-time or not as much as 40 hours a week and still be able to have an income.
Right.
And talking to Troy, I understand that you guys are trying to completely change the thought process behind that. Could you describe that at all?
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are just like, oh, I've looked at your website and your inspectors look so young. How much do they actually know? Well, our inspectors are all trained. They do 500 inspections before they're able to go out on their own. So they do that with a certified inspector. All of our inspectors have to certify through InterNACHI, which is national certification for home inspectors. You don't have to be certified in the state of Utah to get a home inspector license.
But all of your inspectors are certified.
Yes, they are all certified, and they all, just like real estate agents need continuing education, so do our inspectors. So we teach them to not kill the deal, to carry things on as smoothly as possible. Mm-hmm. Like if there's a major problem, talk to the real estate agent first before they consult their clients.
Mm-hmm. Thanks so much, Athena. I really enjoyed interviewing you and kind of learning all about this stuff. And I know that a lot of people find it very useful. But right now, what I want to do is just give you an opportunity to talk about Nook and Kranny and why somebody should use Nook and Kranny for their home inspection services.
Well, thank you, Peyton. I appreciate it. And I'm more than happy being here. I think that people should use Nook and Kranny because we are Utah's largest full-service home inspection company. We cover Logan to St. George and every little city in between. Also, like I said, our inspectors are completely certified, so that's key. And we carry E&O insurance on all of our inspectors. They will always show up looking professional in Nook and Kranny attire, in a Nook and Kranny vehicle, so you don't have to mistake or wonder who this person is.
I also just want to make it very clear that every single time I've called Nook and Kranny, they've been very professional, from trying to book an appointment to having an inspector at the home to the salespeople that we work with. The entire process has always been incredibly smooth from a real estate agent's perspective. And I also believe that Nook and Kranny is the first people that I always call when I have home inspection needs. But other than that, thank you so much, Athena.
Thank you.
It was a real hoot talking to you.
I had fun too.
Okay. Thanks, Athena, for doing those interviews with me. If you have any more questions for myself or Nook and Kranny, feel free to reach out to us here or here. And hope you have yourself a great day.